what's up guys, Dota Academy here, and today we're going to be going through the artifacts that you get in the Siltbreaker campaign. So if you don't know what artifacts are, they are basically items that you get and they give you benefits during the campaign. So they all have an effect, and with that effect you can get various different buffs to your heroes and your allies. There are actually quite a few artifacts in this game mode, and they each have a level required, which is the level that your hero needs to be before you can actually use the artifact. And they, as well as the effects, they all have a drop rate, which is the percentage that you are likely to get that artifact dropped in the game. Now, certain artifacts can only be dropped by certain bosses, for example Bogdog or Ankabu or Ryzik. So let's start off with the artifacts that are dropped by all of the mobs, or you can obtain them by treasure chest. The first one is called Creed of Omniscience, and this is a level 3 artifact, and it gives you a passive of plus 15% bonus experience. Now this is a really nice artifact to have. The only problem is it has a ridiculously low drop rate at 0.125%. So it is very unlikely for you to get this drop in your game, but if you do, it's a really nice drop to have. The second one is the Oblivion's Locket, and this is a level 4 artifact that has an active called Spook, which means you become ethereal, you're immune to physical damage, but you take 50% extra magic damage. This is also challenged, and it also gives you plus 5 to all your stats. This, like the Creed of Omniscience, has a 0.125% drop rate, and it is dropped by all mobs and treasure chests. So I think this one, it's a bit of a risky one because there is a lot of magic damage in Siltbreaker as well as physical damage, so you are going to be playing risky if you do manage to pick up this artifact. Moving on, we're going to talk about the artifacts that are dropped by Lucius Longclaw, and there are 3 of them. So the first one is called Paw of Lucius. This is a level 5 artifact that gives you the passive of Rupture, so attacks have a 40% chance to inflict Rupture, which is the Bloodseeker ultimate. So 40% chance as a passive, that's ridiculously good. It also gives you plus 10 strength and plus 20 attack speed. This has a 9% drop rate, and if you manage to get this from Lucius, this is a really nice artifact that you can have. The next one from Lucius Longclaw is the Pelt of the Old Wolf. This is a level 6 artifact, and it gives you plus 5 armor, plus 35 movement speed, and plus 15 evasion. So this is a really nice one to have if you want to tank up, as well as the bonus move speed. It has a 4.5% drop rate, so still quite unlikely, but a nice one to have if you get it. The next one from Lucius is the Longclaw's Amulet. This is a level 8 artifact and gives plus 4% life. It gives plus 4% spell lifesteal, plus 8% cooldown reduction, and plus 8% mana cost reduction. So this is a really nice one if you're using lots of spells. Very good one to have. It has a 1.5% drop rate though, so quite rare to get it. Now let's talk about Bogdogs and Bogdogs artifacts that you can drop. Starting off with Bogdogs Baldrick. This is a level 10 artifact that provides 10 armor, minus 50% stun duration reduction, and minus 30% movement speed reduction. So this one's kind of a strange one. It's kind of like the ultimate tanky kind of effects, but I wouldn't really recommend using this unless you don't care about having your movement speed reduced, which is a big thing in Siltbreaker. It has a 9% drop rate. So moving on, we've got Bulldogs Cudgel. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but this is a level 13 artifact, and it provides the passive Smash, which is all attack speed is halved, but attacks deal splash damage in a 250 area around the target, and they stun for 1 second. And this is only for melee units, but this is a pretty interesting one because we all know attack speed is important, so if you have it halved, it's not really that great, but it should be interesting it also gives plus 20 strength and plus 20 damage. The last of Bogdog's one is Bogdog's Lucky Femur. This is a level 12 artifact that gives the passive skill shot, so after an ability is cast, there's a 25% chance for it to be immediately refreshed. So this is a really cool one, especially for those spammable skills, as well as the long cooldown ones in the mode. It gives you minus 200 maximum mana and minus 5 intelligence, but it gives you plus 10 mana regen. So it's a bit of a conflict, this one, but you know, pick or choose if you get it. It's a 1.5% chance. Moving on to Anchorboot's artifacts. Sign of the Arachnid is a level 14 artifact that gives you an Arachnid aura, and allies gain bonus movement speed and attack speed, and they also get plus 15 agility, and this is a 9% drop rate. The second one from Anchorboot is the Preserved Skull. This is a level 15 artifact, and you get a passive Conjuration Aura, which gives allies bonus mana regen and cooldown reduction, and you get 15 intelligence at a 4.5% drop rate. The last one for Anchorboot is Unhallowed Icon. This is a level 15 artifact that gives the passive of Bloodborne Aura, and allies gain bonus health regen, and when any unit affected by an Unhallowed Icon attacks, 15% of the damage dealt is stolen as life and distributed among all affected by the aura. So this is like an AoE heal kind of thing based on attacks, which is really nice. It also gives you plus 15 strength, and it has a 1.5% drop rate. Moving on to Temple Guardian's artifacts. So the first one for Temple Guardian is Guardian's Shell. This is a level 16 artifact and gives the passive of Unwavering, which means that movement speed cannot be slowed and wearer cannot be rooted. This is really nice actually for any bosses that do roots. It also gives you plus 15 armor and plus 40% magic resistance. So that magic resistance is hefty. It's a lot of magic resistance. Really good at a 4.8% drop rate. Next one for Temple Guardian is Watcher's Gaze. This is a level 17 artifact that has the active of Stone Gaze, which means that enemies facing you will get turned to stone and they take additional physical damage. As well as this, you get plus 20 all stats, and it's a 2.4% drop rate. The last one for Temple Guardian is Treads of Ermacor. This is a level 18 artifact, and it gives you plus 65 move speed, plus 40 attack speed, and plus 10 all stats. So very nice stats to have, especially the move speed. It's very important in this mode, and it has a 0.8% drop chance, so it's still very, very low. And the last of the artifacts are dropped by Ryzik, and when Ryzik dies, he will always drop an artifact. So the first one he can drop is the Corpus of Colgan. This is a level 20 artifact, and it provides the passive of Acidic Regeneration, which means all mana and health gained are double, and a percentage of all damage taken is reflected back upon the attacker. As well as this, you get plus 750 health and 750 mana. So this is a really nice one, and it has a 60% drop rate. So this is the most likely artifact to drop from killing Ryzik. Next one is Ryzik's Eye, which is a level 21 artifact. It gives you plus 15% damage, minus 15% incoming damage, plus 15 mana regen, plus 15 health regen, and plus 15 all stats. So this is a really, really nice one, reducing the damage you take as well as increasing the percentage of damage that you deal. Because it's percentage based, the more damage you do, the more percentage gets added on for the damage. So this is really nice at a 30% drop rate. And the last artifact is the Caustic Finale, which is a level 23 artifact. It gives you the passive of Caustic Finale, which attacks reduce a percentage of the target's armor, and this effect will stack up to 5 times, and if the target dies under this effect, it explodes, and it deals damage in an area of effect around it. As well as this, you get plus 150 damage and plus 35 attack speed. This is a really, really, really nice one to have if you manage to get it off Ryzik. It's a 10% drop rate, so it's going to be unlikely to get, but you still might get it every 1 in 10 times that you kill Ryzik is your probability. But thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to subscribe to Dota Academy for all the latest Dota 2 videos, and we'll see you in the next one.